Okay, 2 minutes after 5:30. Should we start or should we?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. I sincerely appreciate you guys signing up for the training and also to volunteer at the event on Saturday. Dave has done quite a bit of work. So has Maria Norena out of Bellevue. And Sonia has contributed quite a bit as well. So I sincerely appreciate that. Let me show you a couple of things that we are going to be covering. One of the things that I wanted to mention is why recycle batteries? Well, typically what happens is batteries use a type of chemistry that most likely than not is poisonous. Just take it from the car batteries, which are typically lead acid batteries. The lead is extremely poisonous, as everybody knows, and so is the acid that they use in the battery. Cadmium is poisonous. Nickel is poisonous, and the lithium is also poisonous. So, and it is a good idea to recycle these metals instead of essentially what happens. They call it mining. I call it raping Mother Earth. So it is a good idea to get everybody into the mood of recycling batteries. We're going to touch on the types of batteries here. There's multiple type of technologies. I think the old type of battery, which was a carbon-based, that type of battery I don't think it's prevalent anymore. It's been replaced by alkaline batteries, and those are the typical batteries that are used in radios and all kinds of things nowadays. Of course, we do have the lead acid batteries, which are those big batteries that every car has. Very rarely nowadays, the cars might have lithium batteries, and I'm talking about the regular gas type of carbohydrate vehicles. Then we have nickel cadmium batteries. They were very prevalent about 20 years ago, maybe 15. And those are typically, they have been replaced by lithium batteries. There's also the nickel metal hydride type batteries, and they're similar to the nickel cadmium, but a slightly different chemistry. And then we have two types of lithium batteries. We have the lithium ion and the lithium polymer. All of these batteries they have a nomenclature that identifies them. Rarely you see a battery that doesn't have the nomenclature. The nickel cadmium is called NiCad for short. The nickel metal hydride is NiMH. Actually, this is a capital H. And then the lithium ion, the lithium batteries, they come in or known as lithium ion, and the LiPo batteries. So that's what I have here. We're going to let's see what we have from Sonia. Let me stop the share. Sonia, you want to take over?
Yep, I'll share my screen. 1 second here.
Oh, he's going to take care of it.
All right, can everyone see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty, perfect. And I'll try and keep it short and sweet. You guys already got a good introduction from Jorge. And again, apologies that I'm not showing my camera. I am very, very sick right now with the flu. So, but I wanted to do this training for you guys. So yeah, just a quick overview of Redwood. Obviously, you guys are all quite familiar with it by now, but we are building a circular supply chain to power a sustainable world and accelerate the reduction of fossil fuels here. Just some, interesting stats to note, just for some, from interesting facts. Redwood right now is receiving more than 10 gigawatt of lithium ion batteries annually. And to put that into perspective, in terms of consumer items in relation, it equates to more than 100,000 vehicles or 788 million cell phones or 40,000 metric tons a year. Something that we calculated a few years back with our CEO, JB Straubel, he mentioned the largest lithium and cobalt mines in the Western Hemisphere can be found in our country's junk drawers. And that is really what you guys are doing, is urban mining these materials from consumer products, if that's cell phones, laptops, tablets, even, small little button batteries from electric toothbrushes. So we're super grateful for that. We're really excited to be working with you guys. And this year, from having one location and just a few clubs involved last year in Bellevue, for this year's event, there are 16 Rotary clubs involved. And as you guys know, 10 locations, which is the largest one-day collection event that Redwood has ever done. So we're super excited for that. As we're also expanding, you guys may already be familiar that we have 5 year-round drop-off locations in Seattle. You guys may or may not have seen these or heard about it yet, but if anyone or you guys, come across batteries after the event, these are 5 different locations that are open to the public year-round, and that you can go drop off your batteries. So, this is an image of the Audi Seattle location, and a bin that looks just like this. There's plastic baggies available, and you just drop in your battery and device, and it comes back to us. So it's a program that the consumer program has done. All right, so what is accepted? I think you guys have all seen kind of the house of where you can find some of these lithium ion batteries. And what Redwood accepts through the consumer program is the lithium ion, nickel metal hydride, and lithium primary. Those are a couple of them that Jorge went through. If other chemistries come in small quantities, and we've seen this multiple times because people are very uneducated on it. If a few alkaline batteries come in, if a few nickel cad come in, it's okay. You can accept them, and we'll be able to recycle them with partners that do recycle that specific chemistry. But we don't actively want to promote that we accept that. And if someone brings, 10 tubs full of alkaline, you'll have to turn them away for that. So what we really want to focus on is that lithium ion and nickel metal hydride. And here are just a few pictures of these different batteries. And you can see, let me zoom up on here for you guys. You can see the different chemistries labeled on here. So this is the Samsung would be from a cell phone. These are small button batteries that you would find in an electric toothbrush. Here is a power drill battery and a Dyson vacuum battery. Those are all very common household batteries that typically come in through these types of events. Okay. All right, so for when the day of the event, you just to structure your volunteers a little bit and have everyone have a specific role. These are suggestions. They're not mandatory, but they are suggestions. So when people do start coming in, kind of assign a person to be the greeter, welcome the participants, answer questions. We do get a lot of questions on how does Rotary work with Redwood? Who is Redwood? What the event is. and then ask them to scan the QR code, because that then gives us feedback on where they learned about the event, if that was social media, if that was a news article, if that was TV, and I'll share those results with Dave and team at the conclusion of the event. And the second person would evaluate and bag and or tape the battery chemistry. So, you evaluate which battery chemistry it is, if that's a lithium ion, if it's a device, if it's a cell phone, and if they have open terminals, which I'll get to afterwards, you can either place them in an anti-static plastic baggie or tape the end terminals. And we will provide those baggies and the electrical tape for that. Third is dropping it in the respective drum or box. We'll go into this later as well, but if your location has drums, we ask you that to sort the different chemistries. So that would be barrel 1 would be lithium ion, barrel 2 would be devices, barrel 3 would be other chemistries. If your site only has an Obexion box, those actually take all mixed chemistries and you can put them in there without having to separate them or sort them. And then the fourth is kind of miscellaneous and traffic flow. If people start lining up and, you want to make sure that people continuously go through, you can have multiple greeters and get multiple people to sign in concurrently. All right, so for most of the collection sites, you guys will be delivered barrels. Those will arrive between 7:30 and 8 a.m. on Saturday. The truck driver will deliver it. We'll take it off the truck. They will be saran wrapped onto the pallet. I advise that you guys do not unwrap them because it's easier to just leave them saran wrapped so they stay in one place. No need to take them off the pallet either. They can stay. So once the barrels are placed in the designated location, open the lids, and there'll be a small layer of vermiculite at the bottom, and every barrel should arrive in this fashion. You'll also find the plastic baggies, tamper tags, a wrench, and the electrical tape that will be in there as well. And so when you guys receive batteries, place each battery and or device in its own individual baggie, or you can tape the terminals, whichever you prefer, and place it in its respective barrel. Again, kind of do the best you can to sort the different chemistries and devices per barrel. Again, barrel 1, loose lithium ion, barrel 2, battery containing devices, barrel 3, mixed chemistries. It's not the end of the world if a mixed chemistry lands into the loose lithium ion or into the device barrel. Not the end of the world. We just try and make it simpler for our material flow team when it arrives at our Nevada location. So at the conclusion of the event, or when the barrel is full, use the provided wrench to secure the lid around each barrel. It's pretty self-explanatory of closing that barrel. It comes in a big loop. And then with the provided tamper tags, this is just a security precaution for when the materials do get transported off, is apply the tamper tag. It somewhat looks like this in the lower right-hand corner here. Let me zoom up on here for you guys. 1 second. There we go. Yeah. There we go. So you can just kind of latch it around where you would do the wrench for the barrel. And if you happen to have a Sharpie, it's always great to initial it at the end of the event. If not, it's also not a critical necessity. And then Redwood will or has already ordered the trucks for pickup, and they'll be picking up between 3 and 3:30 for the conclusion of the event. And if one more thing to note here, no need to remove the battery from a device. If folks come with old laptops, cell phones, electric toothbrushes, Dyson batteries, there's no need to extract the battery from the device. You can place it in its entirety into the barrel. If your site has an Obexion box, it's very simple. This is how the box looks like, relatively smaller. It will also come with electrical tape and the plastic baggies. When someone drops off a loose battery, make sure it's got taped end terminals or placed into a plastic baggie before dropping it in the box. And just make sure for whoever is shipping that out at the end of the day that it does not exceed 66 pounds. These boxes have special permits applied to them for shipping loose lithium ion batteries and different chemistries, and that permit ends at 66 pounds. Again, here, there's no need to remove the battery from the device. The entire device can be placed in the box. And here's just a kind of an overview of what we just went through here. If you are a barrel site, please sort batteries and devices. A box, all battery chemistries and devices can be dropped in. Here is just kind of an overview of what those chemistries might look like and what you may encounter. So the loose lithium ion batteries, you know, a lot of them look like this. They will say lithium ion or the nomenclature for it. Battery containing devices that can be cell phones, laptops, tablets, electric toothbrushes, shavers, Dyson or power tool batteries. And just make sure that when people drop those items into the barrel that they've signed out of their accounts. If the cell phone or laptop still turns on, in most cases it doesn't, but it's always a good reminder for people. And then, yeah, if you have the box, all the other battery chemistries can go in there as well. All right, so if you encounter a DDR battery, which is a damaged, defective, or recalled battery, we have never had this happen in a consumer event, but of course, it's always good to know what those might look like. So a swollen, leaking, or corrosion looks of burnt material, those are all considered DDR batteries. And those are the ones that are, you know, sparking those fires in the landfills, in your waste departments, sometimes in your home. I think there was just one in California that sparked. And this is how those damaged batteries look like. So if someone comes with a very swollen or leaking battery, and it's very obvious to see that, you know, definitely make note of that. And if every volunteer has the right to turn away material if you're not comfortable accepting it. You know, you can always point them, and we'll go into that later, to the household hazardous waste facilities as well. Again, this has never happened at a consumer event, so I don't think it will here either, but this is a very large scale event. So just want to make sure that you guys are aware of it. We also have sent a few DDR kits. So if you guys do want to accept a battery like this, it has a specific DDR kit that it can be placed in. But again, I don't think you guys will encounter something like this. And also, if the barrels or boxes, and I think this is important to note, you know, if I believe you guys will have a very good, successful turnout. If you, you know, if the drums and the boxes are full, you're at capacity. And unfortunately, you'll have to turn people away, but you can continuously point them to the year-round collection bins that I noted earlier. Say, hey, go drop off your material at these 5 different locations, or reach out to Redwood directly. I just pulled this out for your guys' knowledge. You may or may not know of the different hazardous waste facilities in and around King County. So just thought it would be good for you guys to just have a quick visual on those. And if people bring other items that you cannot accept, you can always point them to these resources. All right, let's review the battery safety training video together real quick. It's a 4-minute video, and then I am open for questions.
The U.S. Department of Transportation has established rules for packaging lithium-ion cells and batteries for transport. Those rules generally require that the cells and batteries are protected against short-circuiting. This means that the battery terminals must be protected prior to transport. Methods of terminal protection include individually bagging batteries and taping the end terminals. In this video, we'll show you both methods so you can safely and correctly prep your end-of-life batteries for recycling. If you choose to bag your batteries, please use the sealable bags provided or any clear sandwich bag. Place the battery inside the bag and seal it closed. If you're taping your batteries, please make sure to only use non-conductive tape, such as electrical tape, duct tape, or clear packaging tape. Please do not use masking tape. Apply a layer of tape around the circumference of the battery. Even when you choose to tape the battery terminals for protection, DOT rules generally also require that batteries are transported in non-metallic inner packaging that completely encloses the cell or battery. That's why Redwood recommends placing your battery inside a sealed plastic baggie prior to shipment, even when you've decided to utilize tape for protection against short-circuiting. If you're recycling consumer devices with a battery securely installed inside, such as a phone or a tablet, DOT rules allow them to be transported inside a sturdy box together with sufficient cushioning materials. Before recycling a personal device, you should delete all personal data or perform a factory reset. If you encounter a DDR battery, please reach out to Redwood directly for further packaging support. Signs that a battery may be DDR include any leaking or swelling batteries and devices, burn marks on the battery or device, and cracks or corrosion. Whether you are recycling your batteries with Redwood at one of our community events, our retail drop-off locations, or just mailing it in, each battery must follow these battery prep instructions, as well as the full set of DOT rules applicable to lithium-ion battery shipments. DOT has published a helpful lithium-ion battery guide for shippers that can help you better understand the full set of DOT requirements that may be applicable to your battery shipment. The guide is currently available under the Safety Initiatives tab on the DOT website. Our consumer program accepts all lithium-ion batteries and any rechargeable consumer device. Please visit our Recycle With Us page on our website for more information.
All right, we mastered that. That's just that kind of a general overview of that, and this is also how how those barrels will look like. This was actually last year's event in Seattle, just to give you guys a kind of an overview of it. And lastly, of course, thank you again for contributing your time for this and your energy. And it's all about having fun and spreading this knowledge and education around Seattle. So if there's any urgent requests or last minute questions, you guys can all jot down my cell phone number and you can text or call me whenever you need. Any questions? I see Nancy has her hand up.
Hi, Sonia. Yes, I was wondering on the little button batteries, I'd noticed, or somewhere I read, or one of the something I was checking, that you should tape them with one battery, same terminal down. Do you want us to do that, or just put each one it seems like each one in a bag is not,
Yeah, so if you get the small button batteries like this one right here,
correct.
the easiest way to actually do that is if let's say you get 10 of them, take a piece of tape and just apply them all in a row.
Yeah.
And put a piece of tape on top and on the bottom, and that'll do it.
Okay, okay, perfect. Same terminal down, or does it matter?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thanks.
So yeah, I do have some samples of batteries that I'd like to show.
Yeah, I will give you control. I see Sue has her hand up as well.
Okay, Sue? I don't see Sue.
She's muted.
Ah. Anyway, let's
Quick question.
let's wait until the end. So I have a few samples here of batteries. This is the typical lead acid battery. And one of the ways to recognize that battery is with the vents up on top near the terminals. These batteries, again, are very poisonous. I seriously doubt that we're gonna see any of these batteries in the event on Saturday. This is another type of lead acid battery, and you can see right here in the red arrow, you can see that it shows lead acid as part of the technology or the chemistry of the battery itself. These batteries may be more common, and it is very important in these batteries to cover or tape the terminals up on top. These batteries may be, well, this one in particular is 4 volts, but the higher the voltage, the more important it becomes to tape the terminals to avoid any type of short circuit.
But again, as a reminder, we won't accept the lead acid or batteries that you're showing here.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds good. This is another type of lead acid battery. So again, these are not acceptable. Here is a lithium ion, and you can see clearly shown by the red arrows that the chemistry of the battery is shown right there. Every battery, with rare exceptions, is going to have a it's going to show the type of chemistry. These batteries, of course, need to be taped up on top by the terminals. We have another type of, these are very similar actually to the lead acid batteries, but they're clearly marked as lithium ion batteries. These are heavy batteries used most likely in the hybrid vehicles. I doubt that we're going to see these. These are very heavy batteries, so bringing them is going to take quite a bit of effort from people to bring them over. Okay, there is the lithium ion battery again. You can see it here with the red arrow denoting the lithium technology. We have another one here, lithium polymer battery. Over here, in the circle, I show the terminals. Those terminals, we should suggest that those be taped. Another one, this is a lithium polymer, and the red circles are showing the terminals. This is a nickel cadmium, typically an older battery, and the terminals in the red circle. Another nickel cadmium battery, and this one, of course, has the exposed terminal right on top. It's a good practice to tape both the top and the bottom together. So that none of the two terminals get in contact with any other batteries. Here's another NiCad. Of course, the terminals right here are hidden. But then again, it's a good idea to try to cover that hole right there to prevent any type of metal to go in and short the battery. Here's some more nickel cadmium batteries, a lot more similar than to the regular alkaline batteries. Here's another one. This is and this one is really very small, but you can see here is it's a NiCad type battery. This should be a fairly heavy battery, and these terminals it's going to be difficult to cover them. So, but better to tape them and to prevent any type of shorts. And then these power packs, typically they don't show the type of technology inside. They could be lead acid or they could be NiCads, excuse me, lithium ion batteries. There's no way to tape the terminals or anything like that, so it's better to dispose them in the canister that is going to take all of the devices. Here's another one. Again, this one here does not show any type of technology. Most likely it is a either an NiCad or a lithium battery. This one is likely to be a lithium ion battery. Doesn't show any type of technology here. So anyway, that's pretty much it.
And again, just as a reminder, you guys will most likely be seeing mostly cell phones, laptops, tablets, small loose lithium ion batteries. Those large packs that Jorge just showed is pretty rare to come across in these types of events. So don't be frightened. Yes, George.
Yeah, I have a question. What about computer backup batteries?
Bring them over.
Do those, and where do they qualify? What are they?
Well, they're going to vary. The type of technology, if it's an older computer, they may be NiCad batteries.
Well, actually, what I'm asking about are system backups where you plug everything in. So in case of a power outage, you've got everything plugged into them.
It really depends. Some of them are, there's different variants of these. I encourage you to take a look at them if they're at your home now. Take a look. You can also send me a picture and I can take a look and see if we can take them.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
That was Marie. Two questions. One, I've got the electric tape that was sent to me, Sonia, that came with the boxes. It's pretty clear you have to have a scissors to be able to cut it. So the site should have a scissors, I'm thinking, unless I just found it hard to tear. It's just a thought. And the second thing is when you get, let's say you get a tablet or you get the cell phone, when we put them into that third barrel, we don't have to have any packaging around them. We can just put them into the barrel directly, right?
Correct. Yep. If the battery is already protected and enclosed inside, let's say a cell phone or a laptop, there's no need to protect it more because those terminals are already protected.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Sally?
There was a question in the chat, and I thought it was one that other people might be interested in. Paul asked, what type of clothing should we wear? Should we bring protective gloves? Should we bring protective eyewear? And Sonia has answered, wear something comfortable. And if you like to wear gloves, that can always be a good idea. Many folks like just for cleanliness. I would like to add a suggestion to what you should wear. If you have Rotary brand like hats, a shirt, show your brand off on Saturday. We're Rotarians. It's our chance to shine. So I just wanted to add to that. Be comfortable and wear Rotary.
Yeah. One thing that I'd like to add, Sally, is that if you guys receive or the whoever comes in and shows a battery that clearly is leaking, do not take it. That battery, I mean, the chemistry of those batteries is typically very poisonous. So I would refrain from accepting batteries that are leaking. Don't touch them. Any other questions? Yes, Doug.
Pardon my question ahead of time. What do you do with the plastic bags that you use?
We're actually able to put them inside. So when those batteries get sorted, it actually gets processed within the within the sorting and the I wouldn't say burning, but melting, I guess. Some different types of plastics can actually, like in small quantities, can actually help the process, make it pure.
Thank you.
But yeah, some of the plastic baggies are, way too big for a small button battery. And that's why, personally, I prefer to tape my batteries. But we wanted to give you guys the options.
Oh, so it's not both, it's one or the other?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, Dave.
I don't know if our group knows this, Sonia, but why don't you share, what does Redwood Materials do once they get the used lithium batteries? What do they do with the alkaline batteries they receive? And what do you do with the electronic devices you get, like the cell phones and tablets?
So we recycle all the, cell phones, laptops, tablets. Those are all, lithium ion battery containing devices. If we receive alkaline batteries, we do work with different partners, such as ERI is one of our close partners who recycles those types of chemistries. And we have a relationship with them that they then get those alkaline.
And then tablets, cell phones, what do you do with the actual device?
We can actually recycle the material there too.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions? Yes, Keith.
I have a question, future related, I guess. Is Redwood Materials interested in expanding their retail locations for the permanent drop boxes for batteries?
Yes, you're talking to the right person who owns that program. Yes.
There's absolutely nothing on the southwest corridor to
Okay.
do that. And I don't know anybody personally that would drive all the way to Bellevue to put a battery in at the Audi dealership. So I would like to get a retail location collection box in West Seattle.
Linda.
Yes, I just wanted to know when the recording is going to be available. I have several people who weren't able to be here tonight. Like to get it to them as soon as possible.
Yes, as soon as we finish the training today, I'm going to process the video. It'll be uploaded into YouTube, and I'll send the link over to Dave Spicer for him to pass it on to all of the leads of each of the locations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jorge and Sonia, I want to thank you very much for this presentation. Very informative, extremely helpful. Thank you very much. Any other last questions before we conclude?
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody,
Thank you.
and look forward to a very successful Saturday. Thank you again.
Our goal, I should just say, the goal of the committee, the task force, is we'd love to see if we could raise 17,000 pounds. We based it on the fact last year, Bellevue, which was really the key site, Bellevue and Lake Forest Park, is about 1,700 pounds. We have 9 active sites on Saturday, and we have 1 on Friday. So 10. So we're hoping 10 times 17, we might get 17,000. So that's the goal.
Perfect.
And get the word of Rotary out, just like Sally says, dressed like Rotary, and you might have something about your club, a one pager about all the good things your club is doing. Just people will want to know about Rotary, and it's a good way to get the word out.